It all started when this young man went to a Tim Westwood event with his older brother. His brother had just been released from custody with all the charges dropped. See, thing is, two racists had attacked a black nightclub with machetes, and a third was waiting outside with a machete too. When people ran out, he started swinging. The young man's brother kicked the attacker in self-defense, knocking him unconscious. When the police arrived, the guy was still unconscious, so they tried to administer CPR. In the process, it's believed the police killed the man who had been knocked out. Instead of accepting their error, the police tried to charge the young man's brother with the death of the attacker. His brother was held on remand for over a year, and they had to remortgage their homes to pay the lawyer fees. It was the lawyer's work that uncovered it was most likely the police who killed the man. So anyway, they went out to celebrate to the Tim Westwood event, but it wasn't long before the police showed up again. A mass of police officers in cars circled the car park and pounced on a random black guy. They were extremely heavy-handed, and the young man's brother intervened. That's when things got out of hand. One officer took offense and walked up to the young man's brother, sneezing in his face while trying to grab him. That was the last straw. A massive brawl broke out, and the young man found himself stuck between two cars, being beaten by at least 7 police officers. The sound of his brother's wails still hurts him to this day. When he got to the station, the police booked him in, told their sergeant what had happened, and then they immediately let him go. According to them, he had given as good as he had gotten. 2 weeks later, he was sitting on the front line with a friend. Front line, where all the drugs are sold. When 2 police officers walked up, one had a multitude of scratches all over his face and neck. He said, "Do you remember me?" The young man said, "Nah," bracing for another battle. But the officer smiled and said respectfully, "You beat me up a couple weeks ago at the Westwood gig." It was clear he didn't want another beating. And it was clear that he had respect for the young man's courage and fearlessness. He shook his hand and walked off. So what did he learn from all of this? Stand your ground when dealing with police officers. Don't bow to abuses of authority. It's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. This is a story of one man's fight against injustice and the improper coppers that tried to bring him down. This is a story of standing up for what's right, no matter the cost. So, we urge you to go and buy a few copies of the Stop and Search Survival Guide and share them with friends and family, especially if you've got sons. It's essential to know your rights and stand up against such behaviours. It's time for us to speak out against improper coppers and demand justice for those who have been victimised. Let us know in the comments below what you think about this story, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. Until next time. Oh, share the video. #impropercopper.